Welcome, NKU fans, to Norsin Around, part of the Grueling Truth radio network. As always, I'm your host, James Ernest, along with Alex Gray. Alex, what have the Norse been up to?
Alrighty. So the men's basketball team, as of now, is 18-10. They won their first game back on Thursday against Cleveland State, 62-60. Carson Williams led all the players with his career best of 22 points for the freshman, which included 12 first-half points. His new career mark came as he shot 10 for 14 from the field and pulled down 6 rebounds. Drew McDonald posted the game's only double-double with 13 rebounds and 13 total points, 11 of which came in the final 7 minutes of the game. 10 of his 13 points came from the free throw line, as the sophomore went 10 for 13 from the charity stripe. Mason Faulkner tied his career-high mark for 5 assists and also posted 5 rebounds, all on the defensive glass. And Cole Murray added 8 points and 4 rebounds. And then on Saturday, they played Youngstown State in a setback, losing 81-77, bumping them to 18-10. Mason Faulkner paced the Norse offense with 16 total points, split evenly between the first and second half. Drew McDonald followed with 14 total points and was 1 rebound shy of his 11th double-double of the season with 9 boards, 8 of which came on the defensive end. Carson Williams notched the 4th double-double of his career with 11 points and 10 rebounds. The freshman also added a team-high 4 assists. Jordan Garnett put together a complete game, coming within 1 point of his career high. Garnett posted 9 points to go along with 4 rebounds and 3 assists. To look at everything and all the information from all the games, please visit nkunorse.com.
Sounds great, Alex. So it sounds like, they did an excellent job up in Cleveland and a heck of a close game. It seems that they tend to do better in the first half, and then, they unfortunately tend to not do as well in the second half. It's one of the things they'll have to get figured out. But, it's always good to win a road game, and then unfortunately, like you said, they lost the second road game. That was one heck of a high-scoring affair. 40 apiece in the first half, and then, doing close, but almost the same in the second half. So that's interesting. And of course, you've heard the good news that this is the third time Carson is going to be the freshman of the week. So that's awesome.
He's definitely played really well this season, and he's definitely deserving of it.
Yeah, would be nice, and I haven't paid attention most of the other weeks, because I think with that, who was it on the team that got the other freshman of the week? I want to say it was, who was it? Was it Faulkner? Was Faulkner the other one that's got a freshman of the week award? I
believe so. I'll have to check that.
So between the two of them, they've, we're getting there. And then how are we going to finish out the season? What do we got?
On Tuesday the 21st, home against Wright State. Friday the 24th, home against UIC. And Sunday the 26th, home against Valpo. So we'll finish off the regular season with 3 straight home games. Big opportunity there to close out big. If we can get 2 out of 3 of those and get a 21 season, that would even be great. And then, of course, March 3rd through the 7th, Motor City Madness in Detroit.
Wow, that'll be nice. So if I was wanting to go up to Detroit, what pizza do you think I should eat when I'm up in Detroit?
Well, I will be a bit biased. I think you should. Have you ever tried Marco's Pizza?
Oh, no, I was just doing a cheesy plug for their sponsor, Little Caesars.
My bad.
But no, Marco's would be nice pizza to try. I heard that is a really good stuff up there.
There's a lot of big pizza companies up there. I think that's what's cool about it. There's Marco's. There's Little Caesars, of course. I believe Domino's is up in Ann Arbor. So there's a lot of big pizza companies up there. But, yeah, Little Caesars. And, of course, the new arena that they're opening up next year where Motor City Madness will move to is called the Little Caesars Arena. So I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, that is. That's going to be a really nice arena. And anytime the Horizon League can have a nice jewel like that, a nice, new item that they can use to recruit as a league, not just as an individual team, that is a big help.
Yeah, not to mention the Pistons are also going to move in there, so that could drive in even more for the Horizon League.
Exactly, get more attention because obviously you can advertise the event during Piston games. And then if you're Piston fans or, hopefully basketball fans and not just Piston fans, then they can come out and see what the Horizons got going on. And then switching gears, we have the women's team. The women's team also went 1-1, I believe. Is that correct, Alex?
Actually, they ended up losing both those games this past weekend.
Oh man, that's.
Yeah.
But did they rebound tonight? Oh no, I read this backwards. No, you're right. They also lost tonight too. For a second there, I read it backwards. I was like, hey, they won by. Oh, never mind. I'll shut up. I thought they won by 20. So they've lost the last 3 and 4.
They lost the last 4 of 5.
Yeah.
So
okay. Well, let's just focus on tonight's box score. What did they end up doing tonight?
All right. So this game was at Oakland, and they lost 86-66. So they lost by 20 points. Taryn Toller led the Norse, scoring with 15 points. So redshirt freshman, good performance there. Kelly Wigman added in 13. Michaela Terry poured in 12 points and dished out 4 assists. Rebecca Little was just short of a double-double. She had 10 points, 9 rebounds. She also had a season high and tied her career best in blocks with 4 while adding a pair of steals. Senior guard Sheree Davis led the team in assists with 5 and added 6 points. Their next game is home against Milwaukee, Wisconsin on the 24th at 5 p.m.
Nice. So that's good news that they got a couple more opportunities to see them before the season ends. So we got the Friday, which is a doubleheader. Sorry about that. And then we got Sunday a doubleheader as well, where they got the men's and then the women's. I believe Sunday's also a doubleheader.
I think you might be right there. Yep.
Okay, excellent. Yes. So, hopefully the fans will be able to come out and check that out. And then, of course, like you said, they have the postseason tournament. And then from there we have a couple other sports that have been starting up of late. We got the golf starting up, both the men's and women's going on there. And then, of course, we have the softball and baseball. Unfortunately, so far, how are the men's team doing so far in the baseball?
All right, so they opened up a series at Campbell in, I'll probably butcher this, Buies Creek, North Carolina. They took 1 of 3, I should say. Yep, they lost 12-5 in the first game. They won 5-3 the second game, and then the third game they lost 8-5.
So the important question, because all the ladies love the long ball, anybody got any home runs or anything good?
Let's see. In the first game at the plate, once again, I do apologize if I mispronounce names, Will Howder clubbed a single in his first of 2 at-bats of the season. He led the Norse with 2 of 4, showing with an RBI and a walk. 6 players clubbed a hit as the Norse posted 7 as a total team. Let's see here. The second game, which they won 5-3. Let's see how they did. Okay. Right fielder T.J. Alice and catcher Will Howder. Oh, bless you. You all right?
Thank you.
No problem. Alice and Howder hit 2 hits apiece. They each scored a run to lead the offense. Howder also added 1 RBI. Dominic Mercurio drove an NKU's insurance run and went 1 for 3 at the plate. Designated hitter Chad Roberts scored twice, including the go-ahead run in the 7th, and reached base in each of his plate appearances. He went 1 for 1 with 4 walks. In the third game, as I mentioned, they lost 8-5 to Campbell in that game. Jake Richmond and second baseman Kyle Coletta posted multi-hit games with 2 hits apiece. Each had a run scored while Coletta added an RBI. Here we go. T.J. Alice continued his strong weekend, 1 for 3 showing. That included a solo home run, so he crossed the plate twice for NKU. Brad Boland, Mike Moffitt added hits as well. Trey Ganswell Howder drove in a run. So offense has really shown. So they're off to an all right start. They got plenty of games to play. They got at Sacramento State for 4 games in Sacramento this coming weekend. And then it's off to Georgia State, then Radford, and March 17th will be the first home game against Milwaukee.
So unfortunately, we have a little bit before they're coming back home, but at least the season's starting. They're getting things going, getting out there and playing against the other teams. Let's see. How about the softball team? I wonder how they're doing so far. They should be starting well.
Yep, they were in the Georgia Classic in Athens, Georgia, and unfortunately, they did have a bit of a rough outing, losing all 5 of those games. They lost to Dayton 11-8. They lost to Georgia 7-0. They lost to Dayton 13-6. They lost to Louisiana Monroe 1-0, and then again to Louisiana Monroe 6-1.
Okay, well, shoot, they got an opportunity to bounce back. Starting, they got some time off. Yeah, it won't be till early March, so that'll give them some time to regroup during that Carolina Invitational. So that's good.
Yep, they'll be all right.
Yeah, they got time. It's still early. So, I was going to say, so any other big news going on up at Northern?
I was just about to say March 15th, the doubleheader, first home game for the softball team against Tennessee State. And baseball field, they got the turf about done over there. It looks really nice. Got the turf in the outfield, so it'll be nice to see that in action pretty soon.
Sounds great. Definitely looking forward to that. Planning on going to a bunch of games this year. Hopefully you'll be able to join us up there at the games, Alex. Might not have too much school or too much work to do, and we'll figure out something. Sound good?
All right. Sound good.
Well, Norse fans, unfortunately this week there's nothing after this show, so no interviews this week. But next week we're hoping to either have some post-game or maybe some highlights from the NKU Hall of Fame ceremony on Thursday night. We're trying to get somebody up there to cover that, so we're working on some odds and ends. But either way, Norse fans, hopefully we'll see you again next week. Thank you.